Hello, welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be showing you guys a new product that Carp Bait USA is going to be coming out with for the new year, and it's going to be some of the base mixes that Lorenzo sells. Now it's not going to be all of them, just certain ones, because certain ones are easy enough for anybody to make at home, and some are kind of difficult that he himself can only make. So, excuse me. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you how to make the banana and the pineapple. With the kilo bag mix that you will have, you will also get liquid as well. Now in this little jar here contains the flavoring agents, anything else that's in the base mix, liquids, oils, whatever. It's all going to be self-contained within the bottle. So all you have to do, it will come probably looking like this, separated, and then just give it a good shake, and then it'll be, looking back to what it should be. And then you just add that to your eggs whenever you're doing it. Now most of the base mixes are going to be for the kilo bags, there's going to be about around 9 to 10 medium-sized eggs. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you how to put it all together and make it. And yeah, we'll go from there. We're just going to do a couple different sizes, a couple little things here and there, and that way just show you guys what you can expect if you want to buy them and try them out yourself. Okay? Alright, let's get started. Alright, so first things first, what we're going to do is we're going to take our eggs, break them into there. Like I said, about 9 medium eggs should do it. So I'll just go ahead and crack these. Now you can put the shell on them if you want, but I don't. I used to, but it just ends up breaking up your rollers or making the base mix that you're trying to roll very inhibitive. If everything else is good to go with it, if you have enough ingredients in your base mixes that it makes it already good, then you just add eggshell. It kind of doesn't want to roll right sometimes, or pokes out, and I don't know. You can do it if you want. I choose not to. So. Eggs. Take our eggs away. Then you want to get out your mystical, magical mixing device, aka fork, or if you have like a nice mixer and you use that, I guess. I don't know. My girlfriend would kill me, so best of luck with that. And then just mix up your egg. Well, now you have your eggs in there. We're going to be doing the pineapple first, so like I said, it kind of separated, so give that a good shake. And then add your liquids. Now that's already measured out for this base mix, so don't feel as though you need to hold any back. Add exactly as the directions will state on the bags to add the full container. Make sure you get all the flavoring and everything else that's in there. This also has a preserving agent in it as well too, so you don't have to worry about your baits going off or anything like that. But yeah, there we go. Hopefully show you there. That's what it'll look like. A nasty goopy mix. And then just sit there and beat it. Beat it. Just beat it. Sometimes I like to beat it. There you go. Beaten well enough. Alright, Now this is probably the most crucial thing. You don't want to take your whole bag of base mix and dump it into your 9 eggs and flavoring, because even though Lorenzo has measured out per exactly how much flavoring and everything else, and how much should go into a base mix, you still want to slowly add your base mix to your eggs. Don't dump it in all in at once, because it could be too dry, too wet. You know, just slowly go about it and see how it goes. And then it's always better to have it just a little too dry, and then you can add a little bit of water, like I said, and then, you know, it can help round off the boilie and make it pliable to work with, as opposed to dumping it all in and then having it really dry, and you know, then you're stuck. Oh God! Or you put too much in and it dries it out, and then you try rolling it and it falls apart. It's just take your time with it, as you probably have seen other people roll boilies or anything like that on YouTube. Just slowly go about adding your base mix to the eggs, so, you know, just a little bit at a time. And this being my first time, you know, really making these, you know, you just kind of want to start off just covering all the water, well, the surface layer of the eggs water, and then go ahead and start mixing in your base mix to your eggs. Look how nice that color is. It's going to turn real nice. Well, this particular one, pineapple. So it's going to turn a real nice yellow right now. This looks awesome. So I'm going to continue to mix this and slowly add more and more base mix as you go along, so that the finished product will come out much nicer, okay? Alright, we'll be back in a second. Try to keep one clean hand anyways. Forgot how much I enjoy making it. But just kind of go along, adding it as you go, mixing it, adding it, mixing it, adding it, and eventually we'll get you to the end here. But as you can see, it's very sticky. It's getting close. We still have ways to go yet, but it should be good here by the time we use the rest of the kilo base mix. Alright, we'll be right back. So, that's the entire kilo mix. Done. Put that over there. And there you go. You have your dough. And this is exactly the kind of consistency I like in my dough whenever I'm getting ready to roll. You know, it's just enough sticky, you know, but it's not overly sticky. It's not like really sticking to my hands at all. But you know, whenever you go to do it, it looks like very good. It's a little bit tacky, but you know, for like rolling out baits and stuff like that, like, that's perfect. That's exactly what I want. And what I look for in the dough whenever, you know, before, whenever I was rolling my own base mixes and stuff like that, that's exactly what I want. So, like I was saying to you guys before, get yourself a Ziploc bag while I clean this up and get ready to roll them. Just get this, put it in your Ziploc baggie. If you can get the big thing in. Alright. Squeeze all the air out if you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. Go in the fridge for a little bit. And there you go. Then just put that in your fridge, and then whenever you're ready to roll it, you're ready to go. And even if, like, per se, you know, you had to go and do something, but you could roll the base mix real quick. You know, this will keep for a bit. I mean, you know, I'm not going to say no 48 hours, you know, come back and roll and it'll be perfectly fine. No. But if you have to go and run away and do something real quick and then come back, I mean, that'll be alright. You know, the cold temperatures inside the fridge will definitely keep the moisture in the mix instead of drying it out like just leaving it in the bowl, sit on the counter. So, neat little handy dandy tip there. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, through the magic of television, a few minutes have passed. As you can see, I have everything I need lined up. And my base mix that's been sitting in the fridge for a little bit. So now I'm going to roll it out, and then I'm going to put it into my tube. I'm going to attach it to the gun. Today we're going to be doing 14mm sizes and 18mm sizes. So, and as well as a few little different things that maybe you have or haven't seen before. Okay? Alright, let's get going. We have our tube attached to the gun. It's just a Gardner one, hand extruder, nothing fancy. You can pick them up Big Carp Tackle or anywhere else really, Johnson Ross, wherever you want. So, we have our sausage rolled out here. Now we're going to put our sausage in the gun. I apologize, you probably can't see what I'm doing. But, okay. Now, first mistake, it's too fat, so now I have to roll it out again. Now, probably that's going to be too long for it, so, there we go. Get as much as you can in there. And get yourself a knife. No, that's not a knife. That's a knife. So, cut yourself off. Whoop. There we go. Left over. Put that there. Get your top of the gun. Put in your bit that you want your size nozzle. Now for the Gardner ones, 18 works with 18, 14 works with 14. It all really just depends on your dough and how it's going to roll and everything. You can always experiment. They give you lots of nozzles. Most people say if you're going to roll 18s, you want to use a 16mm nozzle, or if you're going to roll 14s, you want to use a 12mm nozzle. Well, sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. It's like everything else in life. No set bed rules. You know, just give it a shot and go from there. So, there we go. Alright, you just want to, now that we're connected, just want to put your finger over the nozzle. Give yourself good squeezes. And what you want to do is hold your finger there, that way it compresses the air and puts the sausage. There we go. We're getting out the air now. There. There you go. And one thing I don't see a whole lot of people do is if you want to know the space from here to here, instead of doing it on the table and having pieces that are too long, too short, just take your top, put it on there, and then just do the groove. That's all you have to do. It is so easy. You know? No one ever get there. There you go. That way you don't have to mess around or dick around with, you know, anything else. There you go. And then you just do, you know, as many as you want for the amount of rollers you have. Well, for as many as you want to do. If you want to do a couple here, a couple there, a couple here, you know, do some 16s, do some 18s, do some 20s, whatever you want to do. Or if you're just doing, you know, all 18s, you know, you might be better off getting the bigger one. In which case, you can't do that. I mean, you can't do this with the other one because the size difference is a little bit different. There you go. But anyways, it's just to kind of demonstrate that, you know, you don't need to have it make it any more complicated than it needs to be. I mean, the complicated part's done. This is really just labor and fun now. Alright, so there we go. Perfectly rolled out. Bend that down. There you go. Put it on your rolling table. Like so. Slowly go about it, working your way down so you got a good roll. And there you go. 18mm pineapple boilies. And then, as you can probably see here, over my sink, out of the way, I just have a little thing set up. So now I'm just going to put them in there. And what I like to do is have the water in the boil. That way, as soon as I'm done rolling, you know, a couple of these, you know, a couple sausages that I have laid out here. Then I'll just boil them. You know, keep it consistent, keep it going. You know, and in no time you can have a kilo mix made up and ready to go and drying, and then you can start something else, or you know, just finish for the day. You know, it doesn't need to be any more complicated than it has to be. All right, here we have. Oh geez, we're gonna lose it. All right, so here we have our boilies. There's some 18s and 14 mils in there. Water boiling right now, so we'll go ahead and we will add that to that and get that done. Now for 14 millimeters you want to do roughly, you know, a minute and a half to maybe 2 minutes depending on the base mix. And then like 18s are usually 2 minutes, but also once again depending on the base mix. So, and how big your boilies are will depend on time. Usually 18 mils I do about 2 minutes. 14 mils, like I said, about a minute. Okay? So we'll get these boiled up and I'll show you the finished product. We have our normal boilies all done. Very nice. 18s, 14s came out very good. Like I said, about 2 minutes for the 18 mils and about a minute 30 for the 14 mils. So you could probably go a little bit less, but you know, first time I'm making these, I always like to make sure that they're well uncooked. But those are nice and done, and they're just drying right now. You always want to let them dry, you know, at least 24 hours. It could probably be ready to fish in a couple hours, like 5 or 6. But you know, I always like to let them dry at least overnight. So I'm going to show you something else here, a little trick. A friend of mine, Eric Grubb, who actually is with us at Carp Bait USA. But he had shown me something years ago, and it's a pretty popular method here in the U.S. But it's making boilie chops. So basically, the dough that we had before, same base mix and everything. You just want to pretty much take it out. You know, rip off a decent sized chunk. Now this is really good if you don't have like the boilie gun and the rollers and all the fancy equipment and crap. But you still want to do boilies. You can. Don't let the simple fact that you don't have all the equipment dictate how or what you use. Because anybody can make boilies. I made boilies by hand, you know, doing a kilo at a time, you know, or 500 gram base mixes, you know, whenever I first started carp fishing. So I mean, you know, nothing's, you know, just do what you can do. So anyways, just take your paste, you know, rip off a chunk, whatever you deem good, you know, get it, roll it out here to the size you want, you know, something decent, you know, not too fat but not too skinny. Kind of tuck in your ends, make sure they're at least, you know, you just want to make a sausage or something along that. Maybe it's dong pineapple, I don't know. But anyway, so enough of that. So just roll yourself out a nice sausage. Get yourself some plastic wrap. I mean, this is, you know, bargain shelf stuff. I mean, nothing high-end and fancy. You know, it's just cling wrap. That's all you need. If you can actually bloody tear the thing and along the perforated edge, good for you. So anyways, get yourself a good chunk of it. You never straighten to bloody things out. Then take your sausage, put it kind of in the middle, give yourself enough space on each end for tag ends, and then just roll. And the paste will pick up the cling film. And even if you like a little short on the end, you can always squeeze it. I mean, just paste. You don't really need to worry too much about that. Get yourself some bread ties or little garbage bag ties, whatever you want to call them. I don't know. I always call them bread ties because I get them off my bread. I save them. So get that. Just kind of wrap it around the end there, like so. Well, nothing too fancified. There you go, nice and tight off. Do the same thing to the other end. And get yourself a tie, put it around there, and then just wrap it around. The job is good one. Now, as you can see, I have two here. And then all you want to do is just pop them in a pot, like I have here. Boiling water. Just don't make them any bigger than, the length of your pot. So I'll just put one there, and one on the other side. There you go. And then we'll just set the timer for about around 12 minutes here. We should be good to go. And then you can just chop them up and use them as what everybody here in the US calls chops. It's just chunks of boilie. I mean, it's nothing, record breaking, but it's an easy and fun way of just doing up a good batch of boilies if you don't have a whole lot of time and you're just like, you know what, I just want to throw some together to have for a quick overnighter, or you're going out with your buddies and you got, just want to have some bait. Just make some sausages, pop them in the pot, let them boil, and you'll be good to go. Everything's done now. The chops, as you can see, these ones are just come out of the pot. I had the smaller ones on for 10 minutes. I had these ones on for about 12 minutes. These ones have already really firmed up. They should be pretty nice. What I like to do is just let them cool. Believe me, they are steaming hot. Once you get them, try to get them out of these the cellophane wrap. Oh my, you will burn yourself. So just be careful. So I'll just let them cool for a couple hours and then take them out of the casings and then chop them up. And there you go. I mean, those really are very easy to make. The boilies here have been drying. They've already firmed up, a good bit, but they're still a little wet to the touch. So I don't really have much in the way of the fan blowing on them. So it just takes a little bit. They should be pretty good to go here in a couple hours or so. But yeah, they're very nice. Very nice. Now the boilies are done and they're left to dry, I'm going to grab something to eat here. It's been a long morning. But yeah, the products, like I said, the banana, the pineapple, are going to be released in the upcoming new year in 2019. If you have any questions, get a hold of Lorenzo at Carp Bait USA. And like I said, not many of them are going to be, not all the base mixes, all the boilies are going to have base mixes that he's going to sell. Just some of them. But the more popular ones, like the banana, the pineapple, and a few others, I'm not sure what he has ready yet. But those are going to be sold here, like I said, in 2019. And he's going to, now this is just a rough package, basically, and just says what it is, but he's going to have an instruction step by step on the back, so that if you are new to making boilies or you've never really given them a go, you can follow the step by step instructions or watch this video. Granted, I didn't go into a lot of the things, but just some easy tips and my go of making the boilies. I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope to see more fish captures from everybody using the base mixes and everything, and I wish everybody a safe and happy holidays. Have a wonderful winter, have a safe winter, and hopefully tight lines and wet nets in 2019. Alright guys, take care.